What's happening, beautiful people, and welcome to another episode of the Doing Dating Right Show. I'm your boy, Carrington.
And I'm Ashley.
And we appreciate you being here.
Yes.
This is the space where we answer the questions that you send in about dating, relationships, your walk with God, or anything in general. Before we get to this question, my wife got some awesome news to share with you.
Yes, so you guys know this weekend is the final weekend to register for Worthy of the Wait. We are accepting a new cohort. Last time I checked, as of 7:30 this morning, we have about 7 seats left, okay? And doors close in less than 48 hours, so I know that we're going to reach capacity. So if you are interested in joining the program, this is perfect if you believe that marriage is on the horizon and you really want to prepare for it. You want to learn those feminine communication skills. You really want to set yourself apart in your relationships and in the dating field. This program is for you. So you can register by clicking the link in the description box below or simply going to worthyofthewait.com. But again, doors close in less than 48 hours and there is no telling if the program will be open again this year. So grab your seat, and I can't wait to get started on Monday.
For sure. So today's question says this: I've been married for 7 years and separated for a year. Last year, after fasting and much prayer, my husband and I decided to get back together. Now that we are back together, I still feel the same disconnect that I felt before we separated. My husband refuses to go to counseling, as I have been to counseling alone several times. I know there's still some resentment on my part because my husband has allowed some of his family members to disrespect me on multiple occasions. He doesn't stand up for me as a husband should, and he will believe others over me. My husband is 18 years older than me and pretty much set in his ways. One of the main reasons I decided to give the marriage another chance is because we have young kids and I want them to grow up in a 2-parent household. There are times when I know my happiness is just as important as the kids. This is my first marriage and my husband's second. My counselor told me I have 2 choices: accept my husband for who he is and that he isn't willing to change and stay, or leave and start a new beginning with the kids. I should also mention I had conditions to us getting back together that my husband did agree with. My question to you guys is, should I continue giving 100% while he gives 50% or less, or consider moving on with my life as a single mother?
Yeah, thank you so much for sending in this question, and this is a toughie.
It is.
But to be completely honest with you, you said the reason why you all got back together was through prayer and fasting. And that's exactly what I would recommend in this situation. Those things that are really bothering you, stop talking to your husband about it and literally take them to the feet of Jesus. You can be fasting and praying, because I'm just going to speak from my personal experience. There's never been a time where I have fasted that God has not answered my prayer. And so just how it brought you all back together, I believe that it can bring this marriage back together better and stronger than it was before. But really make your requests known and be very specific. What is it that you want? Is it for him to go to counseling? Is it for you just to feel more connected? Is it for you to be able to do things as a family? And what do you want to see? You need to be very specific, and instead of talking to your husband about what he's not doing or the conditions that he is not meeting, be talking to God about it.
100%, that's great. And one thing I would want to add is this, because Ashley really said everything, but I just want to throw this in here because you asked, your question was, should you continue giving 100% while he gives 50 or less, right? In the Bible, it tells you the responsibilities of a husband and it tells you the responsibilities of a wife, right? As men and women of God, we have a responsibility of pursuing being a reflection and expression of unconditional love. The marriage vows that you made to your husband was to your husband, but then also to God, which means this: just because you feel like your husband is being a bad husband, it doesn't give you permission to be a bad wife. Right? Because you didn't just say those vows to your husband. You said those vows to God. Therefore, the way that you are a wife in your marriage is it's not you just doing that and giving it to your husband. It's you doing that and giving it to God. And so love him, right? And I know the Bible tells men, hey, love your wife like Christ loved the church. Wives, honor and respect your husband, for sure. But as men and women of Christ, we have a responsibility and a mandate on our lives to be that expression of love. So my challenge for you is this: just because he's not being a good husband from your perspective, my challenge for you is I want you to up the excellence that you are as a wife. Do everything on a higher level than you feel like he may deserve. Why? Because your actions are less about him and more about you doing what you vowed to do as a wife when you made your vows on that wedding day.
Wow. No, that's live. I love what you said. Instead of, him being a bad husband doesn't mean that it gives you permission to be a bad wife. That's phenomenal. I mean, let's just drop the mic there. So I hope this encourages you, but I truly believe there is hope. It just sounds like you guys need to get on the same page again, and really just praying and fasting and really showing up as an excellent wife will also change his behavior towards you. So thank you so much for sending in this question. If anyone else has questions, email us at info@802gametime.com. You can also reach us on social media. I'm at Ashley Empowers.
And I'm at B. Carrington Brown.
And you guys, comment below if you think she should end this relationship because they haven't been able to get back on the same page. Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.
Peace out, y'all.